The purpose of this screencast is to inform parents how they can use Class Dojo to communicate with their child's teacher to see how their child is doing daily in the classroom. At Forest Knolls Elementary, we use PBIS, which focuses on the positive behaviors that we are seeing in the classroom. Class Dojo is going to be able to give you the information about how your child is performing in these areas of being respectful, responsible, and safe. It will also show you how your child is doing with the current thinking and academic success skills. For marking period 1, we are going to focus on collaboration and thinking fluently. In marking periods 2, 3, and 4, we will have different thinking and academic success skills, also known as tasks, that we will focus on, and your child's teacher will communicate that with you. Please pay attention to this screencast as I explain to you how to set up your Class Dojo account and how you can use it to support your child and communicate with your child's teacher. You should have received a paper that looks like this from your child's teacher. It gives you information about how to set up your Class Dojo account. There's the student account code as well as the parent account code. Now, you will need to set up the parent account code first in order to connect your child with their Class Dojo. The first thing you will need to do is either download the Class Dojo app from your app store on your smartphone, or you can use the Class Dojo website. Once you get to classdojo.com, you can click Sign Up. Once you click Sign Up, make sure you click that you are a parent. And what you're going to want to do is enter the code that your child's teacher has given you on that paper. So I'm going to go back to that paper, and am using a demo student in order to inform you about this website. So here I'm going to take my code. You can copy and paste it, or you can type it in. So I'm going to type it in, and then you are going to put in your first name, your last name, your email, and you're going to create a password. Be sure to write down your login information after you've set up your account. Once you have put in your code, your first name, last name, email, and you've created a password, please click Sign Up. Once you've signed up and logged into your account, you will be able to see your child's Class Dojo. Now, there are a few options you can see at the top. One is a class story where your child's teacher might give some information, some updates, photos, and announcements for the class as a whole. You can then click Your Kids, where you can actually add more parent codes if you have other children using Class Dojo as well. So you can have kind of a dashboard of all of your children. Now here's the demo student I have. On this page, you can see the points that your child has received. You will notice that there are positive points as well as need to work. Your child is expected to be respectful, responsible, and safe. So if they get a positive point, they were showing either respect, responsibility, or safety in the classroom, as well as our thinking and academic success skills as noted before. If your child receives a needs work point, it means that they had a difficult time showing the behaviors respectful, responsible, and safe consistently. If they do receive a needs work point, it's going to be something private that they'll talk about with their teacher, and you will be able to see as well. This is a way that you can communicate with your child's teacher about how to encourage these positive behaviors that we're really looking for in the classroom, as well as at Forest Knolls Elementary School. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see a log of what they got points for and when they got the points. If you click this tab here, you'll be able to see the points for this week, the points for last week, and the points for 2 weeks ago. So this is a great tool for you to be able to look back at your child's behavior, how wonderfully they've been doing, or maybe if they needed some work. This is really a communication tool for you and your child's teacher, as well as you and your child at home to reinforce these positive behaviors that we are discussing at school. Now the next tab that we're going to discuss is the Messages tab. The Messages tab is a great tool for you and your child's teacher. This is a place where you can message your child's teacher privately about anything that you need to, and they can send you a message as well. It's really an instant messaging tool, a very easy and quick way to communicate with your child's teacher, and they can also send class broadcasts in which they can send reminders and things like that. Going back to the page that you received from your child's teacher, you also will see the student account code. Now, the student account code is going to be important because your child is going to want to go onto their account and change their avatar. Now, if your child wants to go on to change their avatar, they need your permission. That's why you need to set up your account first. Once yours is set up, your child can go and take their account code to the website. They need to click sign up. They need to pick that they're a student, and then they need to choose a username. I suggest choosing something that is very simple for them to remember and something that they can do quickly. So I am going to put in a username for our demo student. It will then ask you to put in your child's age and then choose a password. I also suggest choosing a password. It needs to be at least 6 characters, but something that your child can remember quickly. Once you click sign up, you're going to get a prompt that says write your username down so you don't forget it. Now, when they are ready to join, they need to make sure they have their code available, which is on this sheet right here, and your email address. So I'm going to put in my student code and the parent email address. Then click submit. Now they are connected to their class. There is one more piece that they are going to need to do. If they try to click see their points or customize their monster, they're going to need the parent permission. Now, that means you have to log back into your parent account and approve your child. Once you have logged back into your account, click your kids, and then you are going to click confirm account. It is going to prompt you and ask you if you are giving permission to your child to use their Class Dojo account for school. You can then click confirm student account, and then once you have confirmed that account, your child can log back into their account. Once you have confirmed your child's account, they will be able to log in, see their points for the week, as well as change their monster. So they can click randomize, they can choose the color of their monster, they can choose the type of monster, how many eyes, mouth, and so on. This is something that they get really interested in. And once they click save, they can change their monster whenever they want. The last feature that I'm going to discuss about Class Dojo from the parent page is this piece up here. If you click the drop-down menu in account settings, you can add your basic information. You can add a picture. You can change your email if necessary, and you can click a language preference. To revisit our purpose for this screencast, Class Dojo is a wonderful tool for teachers to use to communicate with parents and students about how they're doing in the classroom. It's a fun and interactive way for students to be encouraged in the classroom, how they can show respect, responsibility, safety, as well as those thinking and academic success skills. We are working hard to make sure that your child is successful and that they feel proud of themselves. Class Dojo is a way for them to do so. Now, remember, you can see the class story, you can see your child's progress on the Your Kids tab, and you can message your child's teacher by using the Messenger tab. If you have any specific questions about Class Dojo, they have a fantastic resource page for parents, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact your child's teacher. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this screencast gave you some more information about how we are going to use Class Dojo to ensure your child's success.